Very good morning, cadets. Welcome to online session Democratic Politics Part 1. The Democratic Politics Part 1, the chapter What is Democracy and Why Democracy. In chapter 1, that is What is Democracy, we studied and completed the meaning of word democracy. And we also completed the features of democracy. Features of democracy, if you could recall, that is one person, one vote, one value, free and fair electoral competitions, rule of law and respect for rights, major decision by the elected leaders. So we completed the first half of the chapter, that is what is democracy. So try to recall the definition which we studied about democracy. That is, democracy is a form of government in which the elected leaders make the decision. Leaders are elected by the people. Leaders are elected by the people. That is what democracy. And in a democracy, always respect for rights and the rule of law is practiced. That is what democracy is all about. Now let us understand the meaning of why democracy. What do you mean by why democracy here? Whenever we compare India with other countries like China, Central Asian countries, we always criticize that the economic progress in India is very, very slow when compared to China. Chinese government is a communist model of government. So Middle East, most of the Middle East countries, they are all ruled by the kings, monarchical government. So often people criticize that democracy is not good for economic progress. So we are going to study about merits and demerits, or the plus points of democracy. That is what, why democracy. So here there is a discussion between Lingdo madam and students in the class, and they discuss about the merits of democracy, and the few students argue in favor of democracy and few argue against democracy. That is what, debating about the democracy and non-democracy means so an interesting discussion between students and the teacher. You see, Yolanda, we live in a democratic country all over the world. People want democracy. Countries that were not democratic earlier are becoming democratic now. All great people have said nice things about democracy. Isn't obvious that democracy is the best? Do we need debate this? So this student clearly argues that since many countries go for democratic form of government, is there any requirement of discussion? That is what they say. Tankin says that, but Lingdo madam said that we should not accept something just because it is famous, just because everyone accepts. It isn't possible that everyone is following the wrong path. So discussion starts about the plus and minus of democracy. There are few, they say that dictatorship form of government is not good, because dictatorship form of government, there there is no freedom to the people. That is the dictatorship form of government. So listening to the arguments, Lyngdoh Madam stepped in stating that I am delighted to see the arguing, you are arguing very passionately, and I don't know who is right and who is wrong, because there are few students who argued in favor and few argued against the democracy. So she says, I don't know who is right or who is wrong. That is for you to settle down. But I did feel that you all wanted to speak your mind. If you may felt very bad if someone tried to stop you or someone punished you for you saying what you felt, it would have been able to do that in country. That is not democratic. Is it that democracy, argument for a democracy? So out of the discussion, then few points arrived, and that is what highlighted here. So please write down these points, very important, because what are the arguments against democracy? So arguments against democracy means this is demerits of democracy. Why democracy? What are the demerits of democracy? So argument against democracy. The first demerit of democracy, leaders keep changing in a democracy, that leads instability. What is the first argument? Says that once in 5 years leaders change. Whenever there is a change in the leadership, that definitely leads to instability in the government. So often government turn into instability or unstable because of continuous change of the leadership. But in a dictatorship form of government, such change is not there, because till dictator alive or still he gets a strong opposition, he will be in power. Second argument against democracy, that democracy is all about political competition and the power play. So democracy always feels that it is about power play. It is about power play and the political competition. Because it is a political competition between the political parties, and always political parties try to use all the techniques. So as a result, there is no scope for morality. So morality, honesty, integrity, this all not having any chance in a democratic form of government. So democratic form of government is all about political competitions and the power play. So there is no scope for morality. That is what democracy, an argument against the democracy. Third, many people have to be consulted in a democracy, that it leads to delay. So another major argument for against democracy is that democracy leads to delaying the decisions. Because you know very well, if the law should be passed, it should be discussed in detail in Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, then it should approved by the President of India. And most of the time the opposition party try to stop by discussing or opposing law in the parliament. So naturally, in a democratic form of government, there is always delay in decision making. Most of the time the delay in decision making leads to improper decision, or if a decision is taken in the right time, such decisions are very useful, time saving, and even the saving of money. But the decisions are not taken in the right time, they are not useful. That is what it says, that in many people feel that democracy is delay in a decision making because many people should be consulted. So that is what they say, many people should be consulted, as a result it is slow. Then elected leaders do not know the best interest of the people, it leads to the bad decision. Most of the time, you know very well, in a democracy, the people who contest for election give a huge list of promises only during the time of elections. Once the elections are over, the leaders do not work for the interest of the people. When they do not work for the interest of the people, that is not a good decision. That is what generally the bad decisions are taken, because the elected leaders are not understanding the interest of the people. Another important, democracy leads to corruption, and it is based on electoral competitions. Corruption is very common in a democracy. That's the problem. Whenever you see any project or any construction is done, then half of the money goes to the bureaucrats or other people. So as a result, what happened? Democracy leads corruption. Corruption is a major problem in a democracy. So because of the corruption, economic development slowed down. That's the reason why democracy leads to corruption, and it is based on the electoral competition. And finally, democracy, ordinary people do not have any say in a democratic form of government. Because an ordinary man in a democracy, he won't get any importance in a democracy. That is what democracy. So finally, what are the arguments against democracy? The first one, leaders keep changing in a democracy, that leads to political instability. Second, democracy is all about political competitions and power play, so there is no scope for morality. Third, there are so many people who have to be consulted in a democracy, it leads to delay in decision making. That means Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Prime Minister, President, many should be consulted before taking decision. In a dictatorship, only one person decides and implements, so that's a very fast decision. Then elected leaders do not know about the best interest of the people. It leads to bad decisions. And finally, democracy leads to corruption, for it is based on electoral competition. So democracy leads to corruption and also electoral competition. And the final one, ordinary people do not know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. So ordinary people in a democracy, they don't know what is good for them. So as a result, what happened? The decision making should not be given to the people. So these are the arguments against democracy. Now let us not conclude that democracy is a bad government just listening to argument against democracy. Now let us go to the other side of this, that is what? Arguments for democracy. There's a case study here clearly says that in China in 1958 and 61, there was worst record of famine in the world history. Nearly 3 crore people died. Imagine 3 crore people in the famine. During those days, India's economic condition was much better than China, yet India did not have a famine. In those days, India's economic condition was not much better than China. India didn't have famine. Why? Because in India, the government, so because in India the government was democratic government. As a result, what happened? Government was responding to the needs of the people. It is very clearly given here. You see, India, Indian government responded to the food security law in way which that Chinese government did not. So in India, immediately after India got independence, the first 5-year plans targeted mainly for the development of food security. So because government tried on the issue of food security, Indian government not suffered like Chinese government with the famine. China also had elections. Opposition party free to press and criticize. So many people died out of the famine. But in China, what happened? No opposition party, so people cannot criticize. So as a result, what happened? It is always said that democracy is a better form of government because that is the first argument in favor of democracy. What is the merit of democracy? A democratic government is better government because it is more accountable to the people. It is more accountable form of government. So accountability is nothing but responsibility. Now for example, you see, when the COVID, India suffered initially when pandemic attacks, the virus attack on India, means of course the COVID-19. How the government responded? You see, the government responded. Government declared lockdown. Of course, the food security was assured. Then slowly, government imported PPE kit, and of course later the great step towards the fighting against COVID, that is the vaccination drive. So mega vaccination drive started by the government. So government of India feels that it is their responsibility towards taking care of life and property of the people. So life is very important. That's why it is very important that the life of the people should be taken care. That's the reason why the mega vaccination drive is on. So democratic form of government is better government because it is more accountable form of government. So democracy is a more accountable form of government. That is what one plus point of a democracy. That is what argument in favor of democracy. The second argument in favor of democracy, that is democracy improves the quality of decision making. When you take a decision single-handedly, then there is a chance of problem. But whatever democracy is based on consultations and discussions. Since democracy is based on consultations and discussion, many people are involved, many meetings are conducted. When number of people put together, or number of people or number of heads together, definitely the chance of mistakes are very, very less. So as a result, what happened? There is a big advantage in taking time or important decisions. So more discussion always reduces the chance of rash or irresponsible decisions. It's very important. What is the major drawback of a dictatorship is that one person takes a decision. So when one person takes a decision, then there is a possibility of rash or irresponsible decision. But democracy, what is the plus point of democracy here? It is said democracy improves the quality of decision making. So more people are involved in decision making, so naturally the quality of decision making is improves in a democracy. So we completed two advantages of democracy. Left over we will take in next class. At the same time we completed two demerits of democracy. Okay, please write down the points. Thank you.